Craziest photos taken in Africa. Thanks BullTrack28 for leaving us your opinion about the channel on our 12 Kids You Won't Believe Exist video. This might also be the first crazy African photos video you've ever seen in your life, so we're gonna make it extra wild. We hope you enjoy. Number 25, the sniper monkey. Monkeys have learned to do some wild things over in Africa. We're hoping it doesn't catch on using RPGs and grenade launchers, or maybe monkeys we should be looking out for and not zombies. Almost seems like a clip from the Planet of the Apes film. Number 24, elephant attack. Going on safaris might seem like a cool thing to do until you get attacked by a giant elephant. People don't always realize how massive these creatures are until you see them in person. We're hoping he didn't get flipped over because elephants can inflict some serious damage. Number 23, Ostrich Run. It's not in every continent you need to worry about being chased or attacked by enormous ostriches. In Africa, you do. This is a place where you need to run fast to survive. Ostriches are one of the fastest land animals and can reach speeds higher than any bird at 45 miles per hour. Needless to say, this guy wasn't going to win the race. Number 22, on stilts. Ever wish you were a little bit more tall? You better hope you don't fall. These people in Africa certainly know a little trick you might be interested in. Number 21, hands-free phone. Talking on the phone can get so annoying. Everyone needs to be able to do multiple things at once, and this life hack allows you to go hands-free. You really never know what that extra hand can do for you. In some places in Africa, they take body modifications to the extreme, and this is part of a cultural ritual. This one here has more of a modern 21st century reasoning for it though. Number 20, front seat is taken. This is why you don't leave your windows open even for a few hours. Imagine coming back to your car in Africa only to notice the front seat is sort of taken and there's a giant python in it. Don't dare call in shotgun when competing for the front seat with this python. It might have just really needed a ride to the next forest. Number 19, goats on trees. Money might not grow in trees, but on this tree in Morocco, goats sure do. Does this seem like a sign of the apocalypse or what? These impatient goats won't wait any longer for the berries to fall from the tree, so they simply climb up there and get them. Somehow, these goats are able to do this from their cloven feet, and they help them get onto the bark. Sometimes even 16 goats will occupy a tree here at a time. Truly a sight to behold. Number 18, lion crossing. Everyone slow down here. Lions are crossing the street, and they still own part of this jungle. Everyone slow down. Lions are crossing the street, and they still own this part of the jungle. Don't just think that because you have your own car, you're any better than them. Honking will only enrage them, and don't you dare cut them off. Number 17, Uber Africa. While the Uber app is expanding across the globe, places in Africa are beginning to use it as well to get around. If an Uber driver picks you up here and there's not enough room in the back seat, just hop on the roof and hang on for dear life. Number 16, stop. This is what might happen to you if you don't give the Uber driver a tip in Africa. You'll have no problem feeding you to a hungry group of lions. This goes to show you how much humans are impeding on lands here on wildlife. The pride of lions actually hunted this antelope in front of spectating cars. Number 15, a quick dip. You might want to think twice about building your home too close to the savannah, or you might get an unwanted skinny dipper stopping by at your pool. A big pool of fresh water seems to be too irresistible for a big giraffe trying to keep cool under the hot African sun. Hopefully he won't get too much chlorine in his eyes, so that stuff stings. Number 14, going for a walk. Taking your pet hyena for a walk in Africa might be a little bit of a challenge. They don't always get along with your neighbor's pet baboon, and it could lead to an unwanted showdown between the two. Number 13, bad idea. Some tourists thought it'd be fun to get an up-close look at a group of monkeys from the safety of their car. The monkeys are ravaging their automobile for some supplies that were being kept up on the roof of their car. It might be the last bad decision they ever make. Number 12, the Chiefs Lair. Be sure to knock before entering the Chief's Lair. He does not want to be disturbed since him and his 5 wives are busy making more princes and princesses. Number 11, snake hole. What could possibly be more frightening than a snake slithering its way from your nose and out your mouth? Almost seems like some type of cruel torture method. Although some people may do this for entertainment purposes, this might be just one of those things you have to deal with while living in Africa. You most likely won't find too many people lining up willing to pull this stunt. Number 10, banana car. You might have heard about banana boats before, but what about banana cars? This guy is hauling in his latest banana harvest to be sold at the local market. Hopefully, the car doesn't get attacked by wild baboons, or he won't be making any cash. Seems like a perfect target. Number 9. Croc on the go. After a successful crocodile hunt, most people aren't too sure how they get the cargo back safely to their hideout. This guy is not really being too incognito and decided that this would be the only possible way to transport the croc on his motorbike. Hopefully, he'll get pulled over and prosecuted. Number 8. Getting a signal. Here in the US, we take things like Wi-Fi and cell phone reception for granted. Imagine living somewhere isolated like this man here and having to hold up an antenna in order to pick up some signal. 1 week living here, you'll probably most likely never complain about getting slow Wi-Fi connection again. Number 7. People Zoo. If you're driving through the lion habitats of Africa, the roles are reversed here and you're going to be the one who needs to be put in a cage, or you might become their next meal. Number 6. Goat crossing. Some goats can be quite stubborn and they need a little bit of help crossing the road. Some goats can be quite stubborn and they need some help crossing the road. So life can get a little bit difficult, as you can imagine. He's hoping this goat will make a fine offering to the beautiful woman of the neighboring tribe. Number 5. Goat on the road. When this man was told he had to watch over his father's goat for the weekend, he found it to be sort of hampering on his style, and really he wanted to see his friends. Finally, enough was enough when he found out a local girl got a hold of some extra backguano tea. He basically just put the goat on his back and took off. Number 4. Alas, technology. Yeah, we could really use a cure for malaria, but we suppose this will do. Congrats, you now can be sucked into the world of playing Candy Crush, checking out endless cat memes, and even reruns of Netflix all day. Hopefully, they'll be able to pick up Wi-Fi with the help of that antenna guy. Number 3. Neck stretched. Neck rings are a form of jewelry worn by some tribes in Africa and other places. This guy here went to the absolute max, and it almost seems so elongated to the point where it almost looks photoshopped. This actually only creates the appearance that the neck is longer, but what it's really doing is lowering the shoulders due to the weight of the rings. It's basically a symbol of wealth and status, and it looks like this guy must be a millionaire. Number 2. Head carrying. Ever see people on National Geographic and wonder, how on earth do they carry all those things on their heads? Researchers in Eastern Africa found that some people were able to carry loads of about 20% of their own body weight. Kind of like in our last one, it seems to really cause some serious neck pain. This woman here seems like she did a whole grocery session and doesn't even need a bag. Of course, not all African countries do this, and it's more commonly seen in rural parts. But imagine the pizza delivery guy showing up to your house like this. Number 1. Hungry, hungry hippos. Everyone watch out, hippos have been known to be hungry and they'll get you. So it turns out that the real reason hippos are dangerous is because they're territorial and they're actually herbivores. But this gamekeeper captured in these images could really care less why he's being chased and needs to find somewhere safe ASAP. This man somehow angered the 3-ton beast and is seriously running for his life. These are the most aggressive animals in Africa statistically and responsible for more attacks on humans than any other animal.